thank everyone for joining us. This is our second annual Kruger Hat-Trick Bull and Oyster Roast. Woo! We're so thankful for everyone who made it out tonight. We want to extend a huge thank you to all of our sponsors, but namely our gold sponsor, the Johnson family, who is here, in memory of Gary Johnson. He was a huge supporter and advocate of our cause, and we miss him dearly, but we know he's looking down on us with Aiden. We also want to say a big thank you to our bar sponsor, KHT and Bonadino Law Firm. Make sure you thank them for the full bar this year. And always a sincere thank you to the International Longshoremen's Association, Local 953. Well, last but certainly not least, I want to say a huge thank you to my fellow Heart Mama and dear friend, Gina Woke, and all of her family, who stepped up and helped pull this off, as well as all of our volunteers, who a lot of them are her family. So thank you so much. Obviously, without our sponsors and volunteers, we wouldn't be able to host such an amazing event. So thank you. For those of you who don't know us, who are new to us, my name is Caitlin Kruger, and this is my husband, Tom Kruger, and with our triplet boys, we are the Kruger Hat-Trick family. We get asked a lot if we are a sports foundation. We are not. We are the Hat-Trick family because my husband scored 3 goals in 1 game. So a little background for any new people here. Shortly after we found out we were pregnant with spontaneous triplets, we also found out that one of them had a severe congenital heart defect. When they were born, we were expecting surgeries, medications, and possibly more for our middle boy, Aiden. But he had very different plans. Aiden came home with his brothers, and no one would ever know that he was different. At about 2 years old, it was decided that they were going to fix his little heart. So there were procedures during the summer of 2019 that led up to the big show. Then on October 2nd, 2019, our 2.5-year-old little boy went into open heart surgery. The surgery team did amazing. They did everything right. But hours after, Aiden's little body couldn't handle the trauma, and he became our guardian angel. Grief is hard, but we had an even harder decision to make, and that was how to react. Anger happens, but we decided to turn tragedy into beauty. And in order to create something positive out of the unimaginable, we decided to channel our energies into ensuring that no one walks the heart journey alone. So to honor our son Aiden, we decided to create a foundation to ensure that all heart families are seen and heard. They would not feel alone. With the help of an incredible lawyer, an amazing group of people who pitched in their time and talents to teach us the ways of starting a charity organization, which is very different than a normal business, and my husband who sat and listened to all my wild ideas, exactly 1 year later, we announced to the world that the Kruger Hat-Trick Foundation was open, and the donations and the love and the support that followed was insurmountable. Before I rattle off stats about the foundation, I want to emphasize 2 big things. 1, we've only been here for 24 months. We just hit 2 years. We have only received 1 grant in the amount of $10,000. So these stats are from extremely generous donations from people like you. 1, KHT has provided over 250 hospital comfort kits worldwide. We've sent them across the pond to UK, as well as to Ireland and Canada. KHT has donated over $80,000. Of that, $80,000, $24,000 has been donated to medical research to better the interventions and treatment of CHD. I also want to share too that since Aiden's passing, because of all the extremely generous donations made to the University of Maryland Children's Heart Program in memory of Aiden, we, KHT, as well as all of you, have been able to donate over $40,000 to the Children's Heart Program. We also fund the Beads of Courage cardiac program at Johns Hopkins Children's Center that helps to inspire, reward heart warriors for the battle that they continuously fight. We are funding the University of Maryland Hospital Pediatric Waiting Room and the Family Respite Center for families waiting while their child was in heart surgery. And if you have any questions as to what it looked like before, please talk to Gina and Dan. It was miserable. So we're very excited. And last but certainly not least, as of June of this year, we've been able to donate more in 2022 than we did total in 2021. We couldn't have done this without your support and generosity. What we thought would be something small, would be a hobby to help us heal, has turned into a movement. And it's because of each of you. So thank you. Thank you. In honor of all the heart warriors out there, we do have a small video we would like to share with you. I know lots of you have been here before, have seen it. So I was told to give a disclaimer. It's a tearjerker. But I don't want anyone to watch this and be sad, because it's not sad. Each of these children are heroes, and they should be honored as such. We give them to families who are either in the hospital waiting for heart transplants or who are in the hospital after surgery. We also have lots of merchandise. We love for you guys to purchase the merchandise and share it within your own communities. There's nothing more special than seeing our name, our son's name, out in the community on someone we don't know. Thank you. So in addition to the comfort kits and stuff, we also pay utility bills. So you'll see a sign up front that talks about the Sorensen family. We also posted it recently. That's not the first family we've done. We've done, oh my gosh, countless families where we've paid mortgages, utility bills, rent, car payments, gas cards. We've even helped somebody rent a car, so paid for it so that way they could drive their child to the hospital, because this doesn't affect one socioeconomic class or one class at all. It affects everyone. So everyone needs help in one way or another. So this is how we give back. We also have, obviously the donations. Because we pay bills, because we do so many different things, we pay medical bills as well. Just donations in general are what keeps us going, what keeps us helping families. And there are a lot of families that we've helped multiple times because they need multiple surgeries. And a lot of these families, we're so lucky to be in the area that we are, where we have Johns Hopkins, we have University of Maryland, we have Children's down in DC, we have CHOP not too far away. But there are people, there's a family that I constantly work with that she has to drive her child 3 hours and drop him off, and then has to go back to the rest of her kids and work. And he stays there for weeks at a time. And I can't even imagine what that would feel like. So we help in any way we can, in any capacity we can. And we can't do that without the kind donations from all of you. So, I don't want anyone to be standing where it's a very somber moment. I also want to say a big thank you to our DJ. It's the only segue I can get. You guys are very somber. So I want to thank our amazing DJ, Bobby Dawson, for donating his time, as well as our sponsors for our music, which is Mumu. Aunt Mumu, there she is, my Aunt Carol, as well as Uncle Chris and Aunt Lauren. Some of Aiden's favorite people. We also want you to take part in our silent auction. It's not only donations made from the community, but also through LGC Marketing, and is sponsored by the Anne Arundel County Professional Firefighters. So thank you very much. And we'll also have the 50-50 raffle that will continue as long as you are playing. So that'll start up soon. It's just boards, you'll see boards, you'll take a Post-it note, and then we'll call it as soon as the boards are emptied, and then we'll start it back up again. So we'll continue that all night. We hope everyone has a wonderful evening full of amazing full bar this year. Thank you, KHT. We were able to do that because of them. And dancing, thank you to Bobby. So because of you and so many others, we are making sure that no one walks the heart journey alone, so thank you.